I am Cam Rogers. Hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. Let's talk about training camp and my predictions. And we'll start things off with really the only position battle that is really up in the air as we stand. Right guard. Who wins it? Jonathan Cooper beats out Joshua Garnett for that right guard slot. So we know 4 out of the 5 spots on the offensive line is cemented. You got Joe Staley at left tackle, Lincoln Tomlinson at left guard, Weston Richburg at center, jump on over to right tackle, that's McGlinchey's slot. Right guard is the question mark. Cooper comes on over from Dallas, some pretty good starting experience. And I've talked about Joshua Garnett a lot on this show, a selection of the first round a couple of years ago during the Trent Baalke era, which means GM John Lynch has no loyalty to grooming Joshua Garnett to being a starting caliber guard in the NFL. And yeah, there was some positive vibes, if you will, about Garnett losing weight and he's ready to go in the Kyle Shanahan zone blocking scheme. The reality is Garnett's more of a mauler. He's more of a bowling ball. He's more meant for a man blocking scheme. Cooper's more of a bowling ball too, but he's a little quicker than Garnett in my eyes. So I think he beats out Josh. And in terms of Cooper and investment, the 49ers are giving this guy $5 million. They're giving him that amount of money to be on the offensive line during week 1 of the regular season. So I am confident that Cooper will cement himself at right guard. Yes, he is coming off an injury, but I digress. He'll be the guy. Next up, Joe Williams. Is he going to make the team? No, he will not. So I kind of hinted at it during the rumors section. The 49ers are going to keep 3 running backs. Jerick McKinnon, Matt Breida, and Raheem Mostert. That leaves Joe Williams on the outside looking in. And if you missed the rumor section, the 49ers team website recently released an article with burning questions about training camp. Joe Williams made the list. Whether or not he will make the team, I don't think he will. And it's kind of sad because I think he's a very viable option out there for teams, but the 49ers have no reason to have 4 running backs on this roster. And Mostert is very valuable in special teams. Joe Williams is not. So the best chance for Joe is to beat out Matt Breida during training camp, and I don't know if he will. So I think Williams gets cut. Next up, prediction about Dez Bryant. Will the 49ers sign him? No, they will not. If you have watched my The Cam Rogers Show program during the morning hours, you know that I have been saying that Dez Bryant is going to the New England Patriots. So Dez is not going to go to the San Francisco 49ers. There was a recent rumor that maybe the Cleveland Browns will take a look at the free agent wide receiver, but the reality is he just does not fit for San Francisco. I love what they have at wide receiver, and maybe they don't have an elite number 1 option on that depth chart. That doesn't matter because Marquise Goodwin is very unique in what he can do. Stretch the field. Pierre Garçon is very unique in what he can do. Beautiful hands, can catch everything. And then you have Trent Taylor, who could be a nice chain mover out of the slot. Dante Pettis as well. A lot of options there. Kendrick Bourne could create a role for himself during training camp. So, the age-old question. Do you want Dez Bryant on the 49ers? Type Y for yes in comments. Type N for no. I'll be tracking what you guys say. All right, you are watching the 49ers Report presented by Game Time. Do you want to get 60% off all those last-minute sports tickets, concert tickets, and so much more? Check them out. chatsports.com/tickets. That'll take you right where you can download this 5-star app. We thank them for sponsoring the show here today. Next prediction on the list. Dante Pettis will win the wide receiver number 4 spot. So that's really the big-time question mark in terms of that position. Because we know the top 2 guys in Marquise Goodwin and Pierre Garçon. We know Trent Taylor is the guy for the slot. So who shows up at number 4? I think Pettis beats out Kendrick Bourne. Those are your top 5 wide receivers for the San Francisco 49ers. I am very excited to see what Pettis can do during the regular season on offense and special teams. He's an electric player, and he showed it in college. All right, and then the mystery that is Jimmie Ward. Where is he going to go on this defense? And I guess the real answer is everywhere, but I think he is actually an outside corner for 2018. Yes, he can do some nickel. Yes, he can do some safety. But I think his position number one is outside corner, because for the San Francisco 49ers, they have pretty good depth at slot corner. Of course, K'Wan Williams is your top line guy, but DJ Reed, if he makes the team, is a very viable backup option after Williams. Sherman, Witherspoon, those are your top two outside corners. So right after that, you want Powell to be your cornerback number 3 on the outside? I don't. So you're paying this guy in Jimmie Ward $8.5 million. Let's use him at a position that the 49ers really need to utilize him at, outside corner. So, you know, Jimmie Ward is an interesting guy that I'm going to be tracking throughout training camp in terms of where he gets his reps. And Robert Saleh during minicamp was saying that we're going to try and chug away with Jimmie Ward at outside corner and see what he can do there. So that's why I'm confident that I think Ward will be an outside corner. Obviously not a starter, but still, he'll be in that slot in my eyes. All right, let's summarize my training camp predictions. So Cooper beats out Garnett. Joe Williams gets cut. No Dez Bryant to Santa Clara. Dante Pettis wins the wide receiver number 4 slot. And then Jimmie Ward will play outside cornerback. Training camp right here, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta love it. Hey, do you have a question for me? Be sure to hit me up in comments. Hit me up on Twitter at Mr. Rogers99. I'll feature you on the Sunday edition of the 49ers Report in our mailbag segment. So be sure to hit me up, and I want to hear from you guys. All right, folks, Cam Rogers signing off here for the 49ers Report. I'll see you next time.